The British monarchy has survived wars, scandals, abdications, and centuries of public scrutiny, yet few stories feel as emotionally charged as this one. Behind palace walls and official statements lies a simple, almost universal truth. A grandfather wants to know his grandchildren, and time may not be on his side. King Charles III is not only a sovereign navigating duty and legacy. He is also a father and a grandfather confronting the personal cost of family division. His reported wish to grow closer to Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet has struck a chord with many, particularly women who understand how deeply family bonds matter as life advances. For years, the distance between the king and his youngest grandchildren has been both literal and symbolic. Living thousands of miles away in California, Archie and Lilibet have grown up largely outside the daily rhythms of royal life, far from the traditions that shaped their grandfather's world. Insiders suggest that King Charles feels this absence keenly. While public attention often focuses on titles, protocols, and politics, those close to the monarch describe a quieter concern, the regret of missed birthdays, unseen milestones, and memories that cannot be replayed. This longing has reportedly intensified as the king reflects on his own stage in life. With age comes perspective, and with perspective comes a sharper awareness of what truly endures. Crowns may pass, but family time, once lost, cannot be reclaimed. Observers note that Charles's relationship with his older grandchildren, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, has been visibly warm and present. This contrast has only amplified public curiosity about his bond, or lack thereof, with Archie and Lilibet. The situation is, of course, inseparable from the wider rift between King Charles and Prince Harry. Years of tension, public revelations, and mutual disappointment have left scars that are not easily healed, even when goodwill exists on both sides. Yet, reports consistently suggest that the king distinguishes his feelings for his son from his feelings for his grandchildren. He is said to hold no resentment toward the children, seeing them instead as innocent casualties of adult conflict. In modern society, many families recognize this pattern all too well. Divorces, relocations, and unresolved disagreements often result in grandparents watching from afar, connected only through screens and occasional updates. Technology has provided some bridge. Video calls, shared photographs, and brief conversations reportedly allow King Charles to maintain a limited presence in Archie and Lilibet's lives. But those close to the situation say it is not enough. There is a difference between seeing a child on a screen and holding their hand, between hearing about their growth and witnessing it. For a man raised in tradition, physical presence carries a weight that virtual connection cannot replace. Public reaction to these reports has been notably sympathetic. Many women, especially mothers and grandmothers, have expressed understanding rather than judgment. They see not a monarch demanding control, but an older man yearning for closeness. At the same time, critics question whether reconciliation is truly possible without addressing the deeper issues that caused the separation in the first place. Emotional distance, they argue, does not vanish simply because time has passed. What complicates matters further is the intense public spotlight. Any movement toward reconciliation risks being interpreted as strategic, staged, or insincere, regardless of genuine emotion behind it. Still, subtle signs have fueled speculation. Quiet meetings between aides, softened language in interviews, and carefully worded reports hint at a cautious willingness to reopen lines of communication. Some believe that King Charles's health considerations have added urgency to his desire. While details remain private, the idea that time is finite resonates deeply with audiences who understand how quickly circumstances can change. For Prince Harry, the dilemma is equally complex. Protecting his children's privacy while navigating a painful family history places him in an almost impossible position, scrutinized by both supporters and critics. From one perspective, allowing Archie and Lilibet greater access to their grandfather could offer them a richer understanding of their heritage. From another, it risks reopening wounds their parents worked hard to close. The public, meanwhile, continues to debate where responsibility lies. Is reconciliation primarily the duty of the parent, the child, or the institution that shaped them both? What is undeniable is that this story has transcended royal gossip. It has become a mirror reflecting how modern families struggle with distance, pride, forgiveness, and the passage of time. In a world where women often serve as emotional anchors within families, this narrative feels particularly personal. It speaks to the quiet work of holding relationships together, even when circumstances push them apart. The monarchy itself stands at an intersection of tradition and change. King Charles has long championed a more empathetic, modern approach to leadership, and some see this situation as the ultimate test of that philosophy. Can an institution built on formality accommodate vulnerability without appearing weak? Can a king publicly acknowledge private regret without undermining the authority of the crown? Supporters argue that honesty humanizes the monarchy. Critics warn that emotional openness invites further scrutiny and pressure. Yet the silence of unresolved relationships can be just as damaging. Unspoken longing has a way of shaping narratives, whether acknowledged or not. As Archie and Lilibet grow older, questions about their connection to the royal family will inevitably intensify. Children become adults, and absence becomes something they may one day question themselves. Will they see a grandfather who tried, quietly and patiently, to reach them? Or will they inherit a story defined by distance and misunderstanding? For now, King Charles's reported desire remains just that, a desire. No dramatic reunion has occurred, no public embrace captured by cameras. But perhaps that restraint is the point. True reconciliation, if it comes, may happen far from headlines, shaped by conversations that never reach the public ear. This uncertainty keeps audiences watching, not because they crave spectacle, but because they recognize the emotional stakes beneath the royal titles. In the end, this is not merely a story about monarchy. It is about aging, legacy, and the hope that family bonds can survive even the deepest divides. Whether reconciliation happens or not, the question lingers: how much should pride, principle, or protection cost when weighed against time and love? King Charles III may wear a crown, but his dilemma is profoundly ordinary. And perhaps that is why this story refuses to fade, because it forces us all to ask what we would do if we were running out of time with the people who matter most. The debate continues, unresolved and deeply human, leaving audiences divided yet emotionally invested, waiting to see whether this chapter ends in quiet reconciliation or permanent distance.